Welcome to Chapter 2A in PowerPoint. Make sure you've downloaded this file from Canvas Files, and we're going to start editing these slides and look at pictures and shapes today. So I'm going to start in slide 2, and we have this random bullet. Doesn't make sense because, right, bullet lists are supposed to have lists. So I'm going to get rid of that. Two ways: I can either press backspace, or I can come up here and click on the bullets, and then it goes away. Also, there's a whole lot of empty space, so let's go ahead and edit that. I'm going to click on the dotted line to make it solid, and then I'm going to increase it to size 32. We can also change the spacing to spread out those words a little bit, so I'm going to change that to 1.5. And then you'll notice it does this word like fit. That's an auto fit. So here's our auto fit feature. Make sure you're checking in the book if it wants it on or if it wants you to stop the auto fit. Okay. We can also, like we've done before, add a shape style to that. So I can just give it a little bit of style, and then we can go to the next slide. So now let's go to slide 3, and we have numbering, so we can change those numbers. I can change them back to bullets. I can change the type of the bullets. So I changed them to bullets, and now I'm going to go down using the drop down, go to bullets and numbering. When I do that, I get more options. So I'm going to change these to the little arrows, and I'm going to change the size to 100, and then I'm going to change the color to green. Right? So you can change lots of options with bullets. So now let's go to slide 4. All right, these are our second level. They're indented. We can change just those if we wanted to. We don't have to change all of them. So I selected them first, and now I can change them to, I don't know, blue. Right? So we can change some of the bullets, not all of them as well. Alright, so now let's go to slide 5. We have this empty space. In that space, I'm going to put a picture. So remember to insert a picture from online. This is our place content holder. I'm going to come over here to the image with a circle. That's online pictures. And let's go ahead and type weights. So I'm going to pick the weights that are kind of stacked, and it's going to edit the weight so it fits kind of in that picture. Beautiful design ideas. Use them for personal presentations or for work or for class. For this homework, we're not going to use them. What you also want to do is delete the captions. And if you keep them there, you're probably going to get deducted points. So if you find the captions lingering around when you insert a picture, make sure you delete them. We can add a border to this. We can add some picture effects. So if I did picture effects, I can do soft edges. Now if it's asking me to do a soft edge of 30 and it's not there, well then I can open the options and then I can enter the size that I want for the soft edges. We also did artistic effects, lots of things we've done. Alright. So now let's go to slide 1, and we're going to insert another image. Now there's not a place content holder like there was before, but I can go to the insert tab and say online picture. And this time we're going to type fitness. So I'm going to pick this. Yeah, let's pick that person doing some yoga. And it's going to just plop it in the center. I'm going to delete that caption because we don't want that. I'm going to get rid of my design ideas, even though they're beautiful. And we're going to edit this. So I'm going to come to the Picture Format tab, and I'm going to give it a height of 2.5. So it's going to shrink it down. It's going to allow me to drag it to that corner. Now you want to make sure your rulers are visible for this lesson. To do that, go to View, and make sure there's a check mark by your ruler, because it's going to ask you to drag the picture to certain areas based on where the ruler is. Okay, so look for the red guidelines. They're either on the ruler or they're when you're guiding it around the image or the slide. We can crop this. So I'm going to click crop, but the drop down. Crop to shape. So I'm going to do, I don't know, let's look at the oval. Okay, so the oval looks alright. Alright, we can add a picture effect, a little glow behind it, so I can do a red glow, and it kind of matches with the feel of the whole presentation. Okay, So now let's go to slide 3. We're going to add some more images there. There's a lot of blank space at the bottom. Let's add some stuff there. We're going to add some words first. So to add words, I have to go to Insert and say Text Box. So on my ruler, I'm going to go to the to the left 5, and then I'm going to go on the down 2. So that's over here, the lower 2 and the left 5. Click there, and now there's a text box for me to type. I'm going to say employees, and let's make that a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make that a 24. Let's make it bold. We can also give it a shape format. So I'm going to come to the shape format, and let's give it a, I don't know, this color. Remember, to give it a shape format, you have to have that solid line around the word in order to do that. Let's add a shape. So I'm going to add the right arrow. You might need to do the drop down, and then I'm just going to add the right arrow. Let's give it a height. So shape format on the right with the size. We'll say 0.5 for the height and 2 for the width. Go ahead and play around with the shapes as well. The shape style. The last shape we're going to do is a star. So at the not very bottom, but close to the bottom, we have some stars. There's a number inside the star to tell you how many points there are. Let's do a 10-point star. And I'm just going to click anywhere, and it's going to drop in the star. Let's make this a 2x2 star. And I'm going to drag it kind of in that area of the shapes. I just have to start typing, so I'm going to type success, and it's going to be inside that shape. Make that bold. Let's go ahead and increase the size a little bit. Alright, so 24 is as big as it's going to go, and then we can change the shape style as well. So I'm going to do let's do a brown. Kind of gives it a little shape. Alright. Something else we can do is align all of these shapes. So I'm going to select all 3 of them. Right, you can also use a control button on your keyboard. And then I'm going to come back to the Home tab and say Arrange. So first thing I want to do is align them so all of their middles are the same. They're all in the middle line. Oops, what just happened? I know what I did. So there's these check marks at the bottom. First we want to middle align them with their objects. So middle line with each other, not the slide. And then I'm going to drag them back down. So after I middle line them with each other, then I'm going to horizontally distribute with the slide. So that's going to spread them out across the width of the slide. Okay, so again, that was align middle when you have the selected objects, and then distribute horizontally when it says align to slide. Alright, so now let's look at slide 6. So there's something called an eyedropper. I'm going to change this title to match the color of her sports bra. So I'm going to come to my letters, and I'm going to go to eyedropper. And I can kind of go around the picture, her hair, his hair, the sports bra, and click it, and now it's going to match. These words are going to match the color of her sports bra. It's going to save it to your recent colors, so there it is. I can come to any other slide, say slide 5, make that a little bit bigger, and then pick the same color. So it's going to stay there that you can use on any of the other slides. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is this thing. We're going to duplicate this. So what I did was I clicked the picture. Oh, sorry, let's close that. On my keyboard, I'm holding down Control and I'm dragging. That's going to duplicate the picture. That's just one way to duplicate. There's lots of ways. And then let's select both of them because we want to align these to each other, but we want to align them center. Okay. So they're on top of each other. And then let's also, we can do some shape shifting, some picturing. So let's do I have to change what I'm looking at. Let's do a picture effect, and let's do a glow. We've done that before. Let's do a soft edge. Right, you can see the kind of the soft edges. You can do an extreme soft edge. But now you have two on top of each other. So it's kind of like a reflection. You can change one of them. If I want to do a rotate, I can rotate it horizontally so it looks like, right, it's a reflection. Lots of things you can do. Make them switch faces, things like that. Okay. Alright, so last thing is reminding ourselves of that footer header. So I go to File, Print, Header Footer. On the notes and handouts, I can make sure we have the right footer, so PowerPoint 2A Practice. It's saved back there. One more thing was the view. So you can do View, Outline View. Now Outline View, we want to make sure there's no blinks. If there's any blinks, that means something's wrong over here in your slides and you need to fix it. When you're making things accessible, we've talked about this before, you need to make sure there's no blinks so that if someone's having the computer read to them, the computer knows what to say. Okay. Let's go back to normal view. Let's check our alt text on all of these pictures. Alright, I can go to alt text, a close-up person. Well, not really. That's maybe a person, and I think that's Warrior 2 maybe? A person doing, I'll say a warrior pose. A yoga warrior pose. Alright, and I'm sure some of you can actually know what that is. This one, a close-up of a device. No. Let's see. A set of weights, 2, 3, and 5 pounds. So your alt text should be a sentence, brief, but still telling people what it is. Whoa, I don't know. So this is, let's say, a man and a woman jogging on the beach. Right, and I'm going to copy that because it's going to be the same thing for this one. There we go. So you really want to avoid saying things that are decorative. Like even this, it needs an alt text. It's a right arrow. Right? Decorative really is meant for just colors and borders, and even those you probably want to say what this is. So this is a 10-pointed star with the word success. So you get the point. Right? Use alt text and make sure you erase the captions for this homework. For other assignments and other people's presentations, you probably want to keep them. But for this, we're erasing captions, so that way you get the full credit. Thank you.